Hello and welcome back to my YouTube and Opera channel on LELB Society. Sorry. This session I'm going to teach you another unit of 1100 words you need to know. That is a very great book, course book, to perfect your vocabulary for the IELTS and TOEFL exam. The difficulty level of this book is rather high, but it doesn't matter. It is actually perfect for those who are studious students like you. This session I'm going to teach you week 18, day 3. Okay, so new words. The first word is deem. Deem means consider. When you think of something, when you regard something as something. So consider, think of. Inherent. Inherent means innate, inborn, basic. Let's say indigenous to. And yeah, it's a natural predisposition. So inherent is British, inherent is American. I mean, in terms of pronunciation. The third word is buff. What's wrong with me? Okay, buff means a fan, a follower, advocate. Let me write it. Okay. Buff means advocate. Advocate as a noun means actually supporter, fan. Okay. And the fourth word is romp. Romp means to play noisily, to play a game, to do something physical exercises, usually games, in a noisy manner and lively manner. Usually children do that, young children. And the last word is latent. Latent means inactive, dormant, hidden. Let me see. Dormant, inactive, hidden. Okay. Right. Now let's see how these words have been used in this context. Easy to train. Hopefully this has something to do with a scientific story or research going on chimpanzees. And you don't need to just memorize a stupid story about, for example, a person in the military service or general, I don't know, the story in reference to week 17. This is something that you can learn and actually can apply to your own life. I mean, this scientific and medical experiment. The chimpanzees, easy to train. It refers to chimpanzees. You know, they are trainable animals. Okay, the chimpanzees are deemed by scientists to be the closest to man of all the living apes. Chimpanzees are apes like monkeys, orangutans, and so on and so forth. So they are considered, deemed by scientists to be the closest. Pay attention. When close means near, it is pronounced close. When it is the opposite of open, it is close. So here it means near. So it shows proximity. So it is pronounced as se, the closest to man of all the living apes. I think around 90 or 90% of all the chromosomes between chimpanzees and humans are shared, and actually the difference between us and them actually lies in that just 1 or 10%. This is really astonishing. Living means alive, not dead. So they are very close to us, to humans. Consequently, as a result, they are fairly easy to train. It's an intensifier. It means they are really... Hold on. Okay, just brought the desktop closer so that I can read it more easily. So they are fairly easy to train. It means that you can train them, domesticate them, and they can use tools. You know, not all animals can use tools, and tool making, tool using instruments. Several years ago, 2 married researcher American, researcher British, embarked on an interesting project. Okay, so why they are fairly easy to train, and the writer is going to give us an example. Several years ago, 2 married researchers, a wife and a husband, embarked on, means started, started an interesting project. They rear means raise. Let me write it. Or bring up. You know, the noun form of bring up is upbringing. Okay. By the way, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube and Opera channel. I mean, LELB Society, in order to enjoy and have access to the upcoming videos and lessons. Okay. They reared or raised that chimpanzee, embarked on project, trained a chimp, short form of chimpanzee, in almost the same manner or way as they would have raised a child, because they were married, and it must be the case that actually they had at least one child, so they just reared the chimp in a way that they reared or had reared their own child. Okay, the animal did beautifully, convincing the couple of the inherent ability. Convincing means proving it to them, that the couple refers to the married researchers, of the inherent means innate ability of the chimpanzee. So the results of their longitudinal, let's say, experiment was that the chimp actually was really successful in learning some tricks, for example. Okay. Cinema buffs or fans or supporters who have seen Tarzan's clever monkey romp through the jungle also recognize the latent intelligence of those animals. Refers to monkeys and chimps. They are sisters and brothers. So yeah, Tarzan had a monkey which was really clever and talented, and the monkey romping. Pay attention to this structure: who see somebody, something, do something, romp. So it's a sensory verb structure. So after some sensory verbs such as see, hear, smell, taste, notice, and so on and so forth, and the object, and here the object is the monkey, romp. we have two possibilities, either a gerund or a bare infinitive. Here it's a bare infinitive. Romp means play something, play noisily and in a lively manner through the jungle, recognize or identify the latent or hidden intelligence, let's say talent or giftedness of the animal. Okay, so there are, I think, two flashcards here. One of them is bulwark. Bulwark means protection, shield. Okay, shield, protection, defense. And the other one is cognizance. Cognizance means be aware of, awareness, consciousness. Okay, all right. Okay. Whom do you deem to be the bulwark of the Republican Party? Who do you consider to be the, let's say, protection for the Republican Party? It's a political party in the United States. There are two dominant parties. One of them is Democrats, Democratic Party or Democrats, and the other one is Republican Party or Republicans. So who do you consider? Pay attention, there is a slight difference between actually the structure of who and whom. When can you use who and when can you use whom? If you are talking about actually a subject, so let's say the object, I'm sorry, if you're referring to the object, you should use whom. For example, whom do you deem? So you are talking about the object, not subject. But when actually WHO or WHOM is used as the, let's say, subject of the sentence, it is who. For example, who did that? Who broke the window? It is supposed to be the agent or the doer or the subject of the sentence. But here, the subject is you, because you have done something, you have deemed or considered. So it does not concern the subject, it does concern the object. That is actually, it's not clear. Yeah, so that's why it has been asked. Whom do you deem? So I hope it is clear now. In ordinary English, in both cases you can use who, but if you want to be more academic, more specific, it's better to use whom when you are talking about, when you use it actually to ask a question about the object of the sentence. Okay, all right. The fireman did not have to cajole the enthusiastic buff into helping them extinguish the blaze. Firemen, those who want to put out, you know, for extinguish means put out the fire, did not have to cajole. When you cajole somebody into something, pay attention, cajole somebody into something, that's why we have into. It means to convince somebody to do something, to motivate, to stimulate somebody to do something. The enthusiastic, eager, willing, buff or fan. So the person was already actually open to help. So the fireman did not need to just beg for his help. Into helping them extinguish the blaze. Blaze means flame of fire. So put out the fire. Okay. So when the intercity competition began, our team was supposed to romp over our hapless rivals. Intercity, it means between cities. It's a large scale competition. It's not intracity, it's intercity. Means across the country. Competition or rivalry. For competition, you can say competition, rivalry. Okay. Or tournament. Okay. Began, our team was supposed to romp over. Here means to actually try to win the competition, the race. Our hapless means miserable. Rival. Rival means competitor. Rival. Competitor. Okay, opponent also you can say. Okay. Hapless means miserable. Miserable, wretched. Wretched. Okay. At the age of 42, the artist first became cognizant of his latent genius. Okay. It seems to be rather too late to take cognizance of. Another structure is take cognizance of. Or be cognizant of. Pay attention, the structure, the preposition is of. Means be aware of. Latent, hidden genius or brilliance or intelligence or tactfulness or talentedness, talent or giftedness. Okay. Certain mice is the plural form of mouse, M-O-U-S-E. Okay. Have an inherent, means innate, alertness, awareness, consciousness, that enables them to conquer. To conquer means to be victorious. The researchers' labyrinth. Labyrinth is a maze, is a mixture of winding passages, turning passages that generally we put mice in them so that we can test them if they can find out the way or not. I hereby want to just introduce something to you. If you have not studied the masterpiece Who Moved My Cheese, I really recommend you just study that. This is a very short story but really inspirational. The title is Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. John Benser. I don't exactly remember, unfortunately, but you can Google it and you can easily download it or even actually see the animated movie of that. Who Moved My Cheese? Spencer, Dr. Spencer. Yeah, Dr. Spencer. I remember. Okay, so conquer the researcher's labyrinth means find out the way. Okay. Matching exercise. Deem matches with believe or to judge, to consider. Inherent, inborn, innate. Buff as a noun, a fan, follower. Romp as a verb, to move in a lively manner. Anyway, yeah, even actually I laughed at my own intonation. Why not? Okay. And latent, lying, hidden. Okay. Today's idiom. To go against the grain. When you go against the grain, it means that you do something but you are not in that mood. You don't like it very much. As a matter of fact, it irritates you. And you choose something but it is not based on your own desire. My uncle is in favor of some protests or demonstrations. So he likes some demonstrations to be a maverick or nonconformist, but certain demonstrations, strikes, or protests go against their grain. Some of them are not really okay and they irritate us, you know. So go against the grain. Sorry for the notification on my mobile. All right, I really hope that you enjoyed this vocabulary class or lesson that I provided you with, and I want you to just subscribe to my YouTube channel or Opera channel. Follow me on Opera in Iran in order to receive further let's say lessons. And you know, on top of my website I have added something else, and you can just, for example, if you visit my website at lelb.net, you can also follow me on Instagram. I have provided you with all the links that are necessary, and I add 50 flashcards in a daily schedule to my Instagram and also Telegram channel. Instagram and Telegram channel, and those flashcards are based on these things that you see here, you know. So I really recommend you follow me on Instagram in order to see them. Let me show you some of them here. Yeah, on LELB Society, and let me see. You see bulwark that was there in that unit, and there are so far 102 flashcards, but I told you it's increasing at a very rapid pace, and so those flashcards can help you very much in order to learn and memorize the words for a longer period of time, because actually in so doing both of your hemispheres, left and right hemispheres of your brain, are activated, and that can help you to retain the words more professionally. So just follow me on Instagram and also Telegram channel. Thank you very much for your attention, and hope to see you soon again. Bye bye.